Hello children, welcome to the class. Today let us discuss the second session of Unit 2 of Geography, Lithosphere. In the first session you have learnt about the interior of the earth, the three layers, the crust, mantle and core, and the formation of rocks and the types of rocks. In today's session we are going to discuss about the internal forces like volcanoes, earthquakes and tsunami and their causes, distribution and their effect of life on the earth. Children, I am going to show you some pictures. Observe them carefully. Observe this. What are you looking at? In the first picture, the road is destroyed. And this is the valley destroyed by the earthquake in 2015 in Nepal. See, this is the result of earthquake. Children, observe this. This is a cliff. It is created by volcano in New Mexico in USA. And this is the landform created by volcano. These are the result of volcanic eruptions. Children, observe this. That is V-shaped valley and this is meander. These are created by water, river. Observe this. Very beautiful, no? That is the sea stack and this one cliff. These are created by sea waves. Children, all these are created because of forces of the earth crust. Children, you have learnt our planet Earth is 4.6 billion years ago and still it is changing. The earth's surface is constantly changing because of different forces in the earth's crust. See, the earth's surface is changing. It is constantly changing. Earth is a dynamic planet and it is constantly changing due to different forces, internal and external forces. The forces are divided into two forces, internal and external forces. See, the wind, sunlight, water, ice, these are all the external forces and they cause weathering and denudation and they create different landforms. They bring changes in the landform of the earth. And the internal forces like earthquake and volcanic eruptions alter the landscape of the earth and the plate movements inside the earth reconfigure the continents and the oceans. Children, we are going to discuss about external forces in the next session. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the internal forces like volcanoes, earthquakes and tsunami. Children, what is meant by internal forces? The forces which originate inside the crust and influence the surface features of the earth. And these forces are called as endogenic forces. And the examples for these forces are volcanoes, earthquakes, etc. us discuss one by one. Children, observe this. What is this? It is very beautiful to see, no? What is this? This is the ejection of magma. And what is this called? This is called volcano. Why volcano? Is a vent or narrow opening in the earth's crust connected by a pipe to an underlying magma chamber through which magma, rock fragments, lava, ash, steam, flames and other gases are emitted from the interior of the earth. This is called volcano. Let us know about the structure of volcano. What are including in volcano? See, this is magma. Observe keenly. Magma. And when the magma comes out of the earth, when magma comes out of the earth's surface, then it is called as lava. And the pipe, the space where the magma is ejected, this is called main vent, and there is side vent and crater, caldera, and ash and gases are erupted. So, this is the structure of volcano. Children, a passage in the earth's crust through which magma and other volcanic materials are ejected is called as vent. It is a passage. Vent is a passage. And observe the picture. The funnel-shaped hollow at the top of the cone of a volcano. There is a funnel-shaped hollow. That funnel-shaped hollow is called as crater. And a large basin-shaped crater bounded by steep sides. Observe this. The crater which is bounded by steep sides is known as caldera. Children, on the basis of periodicity or the frequency of eruption of volcanoes, the volcanoes are divided into mainly three types: active volcano, dormant volcano and extinct volcanoes. Active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes and extinct volcanoes. Let us discuss one by one. Children, what are active volcanoes? The volcanoes which constantly eject lava, gases, ashes, etc. This type of volcanoes are called as active volcanoes. These volcanoes constantly eject. They are always active. Observe the picture. How the lava, gases and ashes are ejected. So, when the constant eject of these materials, when the volcanoes which constantly eject these are known as active volcanoes. Let us know the examples. Mount Stromboli and Mount Etna. Observe all the pictures. You have to recognize all these. Mount Stromboli and Mount Etna in Italy, St. Helens in USA, Mauna Loa in Hawaiian Islands, Pinatubo in Philippines. These are all the examples of active volcanoes. There are about 600 active volcanoes in the world. Children, what are dormant volcanoes? The dormant volcanoes are those which have erupted in the past and are likely to erupt again, but have remained inactive for fairly long periods. Remember this. These dormant volcanoes are erupted in the past and likely to erupt again. So, this type of volcanoes are called as dormant volcano. Let us know some examples of dormant volcanoes. Mount Vesuvius in Italy, Mount Fujiyama in Japan, Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, and Mount Krakatoa in Indonesia. See, these are all ejected in the past but likely to eject in the future. These type of volcanoes are called as dormant volcanoes. Let us know about the extinct volcano. See, extinct volcanoes are those which were active in the remote geographical periods. They were active in the remote geographical periods and they are not likely to be active once again. They were ejected in remote geographical periods, not to be active once again. If they may be active, those type of volcanoes are called dormant, but extinct volcanoes are not likely to be active once again. Children, Ngorongoro in Tanzania and Arthur's Seat in Scotland. These two are the examples for extinct volcanoes. Children, let us know about the volcanic materials. The volcanic materials are divided into three types. One is solid. The solid materials. Which are the solid materials? Volcanic bombs, cinders, scoria, pumice, dust, ash. These are all the solid materials. And what are you observing here? What is this? This is lava. The lava is the liquid material. And observe this. This is the gas. See, the gases like sulfur, hydrogen, carbon dioxide. So, these are all ejected by the volcanoes. So, the volcanic materials are divided into three types: solid, liquid and gases. Children, let us discuss about the distribution of volcanoes. Volcanoes occur in many regions of the world, including islands, young mountain ranges and plateaus of the continents. See, observe the map carefully because you have to identify the places of volcanic eruptions in the world. The first region is the Circum-Pacific Belt or Pacific Ring of Fire. See, this is the ring of fire around the Pacific Ocean. You know that where is Pacific Ocean? The coastal margins of Pacific Oceans like Philippines, Japan, USA, Central America and South America. These are the important regions. And this region is called as the Ring of Fire. The second one is Mid-Atlantic Belt. You know where is Atlantic Ocean? The Mid-Atlantic Belt includes Iceland and West Indies. The third one is Mid-Continental Belt. Italy, Spain, France, Greece, Turkey. These are all the regions. Mid-Continental Belt is a volcanic region. It includes Italy, Spain, France, Greece and Turkey. And the fourth one is different islands like Hawaiian Island and Indonesia. So, these are the islands which include the volcanic eruption. Children, let us discuss about the earthquakes. You have heard about so many earthquakes and cause heavy damages to the life and property. What is earthquake? Earthquake is a shock or series of shocks or tremors due to a sudden movement of crustal rocks. You have studied about rocks. This is the result of sudden movement of crustal rocks generated within the crust or mantle. Earthquake is the shaking of Earth's surface due to sudden release of energy in the lithosphere. Children, observe this picture where the earthquake originates. See, the point of origin of the earthquake in the Earth's crust is called as seismic focus or hypocenter. Where the earthquake originates, that point is called hypocenter. It is in the Earth's crust. This is also called as seismic focus. Children, observe this. The point on the Earth's surface vertically above the seismic focus, that point is called as epicenter. See, the point where the earthquake originates, that point is called as seismic focus, and the point on the Earth's surface vertically above the seismic focus is called epicenter. Children, observe this. What is this? This is an instrument. Why we are using this instrument? This instrument is used to record the earthquake. This instrument is called as seismograph. See, the origin, time, velocity and direction of seismic waves are recorded by this instrument. This instrument is called as seismograph. And the scientific study of earthquakes is called seismology. Remember, the instrument used to record the earthquake is called as seismograph, and the scientific study of earthquakes is called seismology. Children, let us discuss about the causes of the earthquakes. See, the plate tectonics, volcanic eruptions, faulting and man-made factors. These are the important causes for the earthquakes. Let us discuss one by one. Children, what is plate tectonics? See, the Earth's crust consists of many major and minor plates, and these plates are not stationary, and the plate boundaries are dynamic places and are the primary location of earthquake activity. The earthquakes in the circum-Pacific belt are due to plate tectonics. And the second one is volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruptions also cause earthquake. The volcanic earthquakes are caused by the gas explosions. The example is Krakatoa volcano of Indonesia. This Krakatoa volcano leads to earthquake. The third important factor is faulting. A fault consists of fracture in a rock along with a great deal of displacement takes place. Observe the picture. In the A, it is the strike slip, and in the B, it is normal. It is in downwards. The arrow mark is given. Observe carefully. And in the C, there is reverse movement, that is upward movement. So earthquake occur when movement of plates takes place along a line of fracture. For example, San Andreas Fault of California in USA. This is the example which leads to earthquake. And man-made factors. We know that over interaction of man with nature leads to earthquake. The extraction of minerals, deep underground mining, huge dams and reservoirs, and also the nuclear tests. These are all the activities of man with nature. So these cause earthquakes. For example, Koyna Dam in Maharashtra and Hoover Dam in USA cause earthquakes. Children, observe the picture. The earthquake or seismic waves, earthquake waves are called as seismic waves. These seismic waves originate in the seismic focus and it travel towards epicenter in ripples or concentric circles. The earthquake waves originate in seismic focus and it travels towards epicenter. Children, there are mainly three types of waves. Observe the picture also. How is the primary wave? Primary waves, secondary waves and surface waves. These are the three important earthquake waves. Let us know one by one. Primary waves. Primary waves are also known as longitudinal or compressional waves. Observe the picture how the primary wave. And the primary waves are fastest earthquake waves and the first wave to reach the surface. And these waves can pass through solid, liquid and gaseous matters. The secondary waves are known as transverse or distortional waves. They can alter something. So these waves are called distortional waves. And they cannot pass through liquids. They reach epicenter after the primary waves. You can observe in the picture. The first one, primary waves, and then the secondary waves. And the surface waves are very long waves. You can see in the picture. These waves are very long and they are slowest earthquake waves. And these surface waves are responsible for highest destruction on the surface of the earth. So, the primary waves are the fastest waves, but the surface waves are the waves which cause highest destruction on the earth's surface. Let us know about the effects of earthquake. You know that. What are the major effects of earthquakes? Can you list out this? Yes, the earthquakes are very dangerous and destructive. They can cause large scale deaths, loss of property, landslides, flash floods, and they cause damage to bridges, roads, railway lines, etc. So, the earthquakes are very dangerous and very destructive. Children, observe this. What is this? This is tsunami. Observe this one. What is tsunami? Tsunami is a longest wave in the sea or ocean due to earthquake or volcanic eruptions under the sea. They are fast along jet planes and sometimes they reach the height of 100 feet above the land. So, tsunami is a large sea wave occasionally experienced along the coast of Japan and in other regions. And they caused by an underwater earthquake. It is called as tsunami. Why we call these giant waves as tsunami? Because tsunami is a Japanese word. It means harbor wave. So, occasionally the Japanese experience tsunami. So, they call it as tsunami. Tsunami is a Japanese word. Children, let us know about the distribution of earthquake. Observe this picture. The earthquake epicenters occur mostly along tectonic plate boundaries and especially on the Pacific Ring of Fire. All the dotted areas are the epicenters of earthquake. Which are the earthquake prone regions? The first one, the circum-Pacific belt regions around the Pacific Ocean. Observe this: New Zealand, Philippines, Japan, USA, Peru. These are all the places around the Pacific Ocean. So, this is circum-Pacific belt. And the second region is the Mediterranean belt. It is around the Mediterranean Sea. Observe the map. And the third one is the Himalayan belt, the Shivalik region of India. This is also an important region of earthquake. Children, till now we have discussed about the internal forces like volcanoes and earthquakes and about the distribution of volcanoes and earth. Now we have to recall some points what you learnt. Write down these questions and answer them. Page numbers are given. Write the answers to these questions and show it to your teachers. What is a volcano? Name the types of volcanoes on the basis of frequency of eruption. What is an earthquake? What are the main causes for earthquake? Mention the important earthquake zones of the world. And what are the effects of earthquake? Children, in the next section, we are going to discuss about the external forces. Thank you.